Right.
Okay, I still play basketball. When I get on the court, I'm going to go hard. You know what I'm saying? If I'm in shape or if I'm not. But when I was in school, I wasn't properly trained. Okay, so I used to get hurt from the craziest things. One time I dunked the ball and broke my foot. The most simplest things. I remember fouling a guy because one of my best friends at the guy open, and I tried to foul him so he couldn't score.
Right.
I was 18. He was a grown man. You know, he was going to dunk it. He pulled my shoulder with him. You know, straight out the socket.
Damn.
I wasn't strong enough to play with him. You know, so when I got older and I had a really crazy injury with my leg, that's what ultimately pushed me into fitness. I've always been an athlete, but I can't say I put as much emphasis on being as healthy as I did to actually playing sports. But I had a serious notion when they wanted to amputate my leg. So that pointed to my nutrition and actually being healthy and sleeping the way that I'm supposed to and eating correctly, right? So now putting that all together is what really pushed me into fitness.
Wow. What you want to you want to talk about your leg? What happened to your leg?
It happened the same way I just explained everything else. I was playing basketball, and what's funny is one of my friends, and a lot of people don't know this, but he does. He's in Germany right now playing ball, and we used to fight every day. You know what I'm saying? But that's that iron sharpens iron thing. We were really close friends. He had set it up for me to come work out in Austria with the team that he was playing on in the NBL.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Which is a big league now, right? And I was supposed to come out and just work out for the coaches at the end of the year. So the whole year, I'm just going hard, going to open gyms in DC, just playing basketball. Basketball's huge there, so you can always play. And I blocked somebody's shot and landed on his foot, rolled my ankle really bad. Class 3 sprain, huge, but I had a laceration on the side. So when I went to the hospital, I didn't really get antibiotics for it. They gave me like painkillers and stuff like that and told me to follow up. Me being an athlete, a young athlete, you know, we kind of think we're invincible. So I've had 1,000 sprains. I know how this goes. I'm just gonna go through the process, stay off it, you know, use my crutches when I walk around. It hurts so bad that I didn't really notice anything different. When it was time for me to go to the follow-up, like the foot's like totally infected. It's like a really bad thing.
Oh, damn.
You know, so now I'm like, you know, like I talk to you from time to time. I'm like a happy, you know, I play it off. You know, I'm blowing smoke, talking trash. I mean, it's not like you got to cut it off, you know, still not taking it serious. And he looked me right in my face and said, you know, like, yeah, this is a pretty good chance that we want to cut this off. You know, so
stone cold like that, and you
straight to my face. And for whatever reason, I still wasn't taking them seriously. You know, I didn't call my mom. I didn't do none of that. He told me go to the hospital right away. They're going to admit you. I'm calling them ahead, and I'll meet you there in like an hour and a half. Still not taking it seriously. It took for me to go to the hospital and see how many people, how they were moving when I got out the car to realize like I'm not going home. You know, honestly, the infection was all the way up here by the time that they figured out what was going on. So, you know, immediately they want to cut my leg off. Luckily, I was stubborn enough to be like, no, I'm gonna go with this leg. Like, I'm not gonna cut my leg off. So, there you have it.
So what did they have to do? They dosed you with antibiotics? What ended up being the infection?
I mean, that's part of it. It was septic, which means it was in your bloodstream. It was crazy. And then not only can you lose your leg, but if it's septic in your blood, you can die from that. Oh yeah, for sure. It was attacking me, and I had no clue what was happening because I didn't know what the symptoms of the infection was.
Right.
So like when they started to explain things to me and ask questions, I started to realize like, oh, I'm in trouble. Because I had the sweats, I had the chills, you know, the pain. Like in the middle of the night, I would wake up totally soaked. Like this infection was attacking my whole body.
Wow.
I had no clue. You know, like no clue at all. And I really got lucky at the time and when I got there. So yeah, I got antibiotics, but I had the strongest antibiotics you could think of. But I had 8 surgeries.
After the fact?
Yeah, like when I checked into that hospital, I didn't check out. It was a month and a half before I got out that hospital. Yeah, I was in there the entire time. So that I had a lot of time to sit there and think to myself. You know, it even got to the point where I was so depressed. You know, being active all your life and all of a sudden you can't move. That's depression. Immediately, I don't even want people to come. I'm making up lies for why you can't come to the hospital. Yeah, visiting hours are over now. I'm not answering the phone. I don't even want anybody here anymore. You know, 2-3 weeks in, they keep moving my dates for surgery because it's an importance type thing. It's not like you in school and they're gonna do it right away. Now it's like, okay, well somebody has a heart issue, came up overnight. We got to take them first. We're gonna move yours back. You know, I haven't eaten all day. You know, so now I got a couple hours to eat, and then I got to do it all over again just to have one surgery. And mind you, I had 8. You understand what I'm saying? And the last one was just to like clean it out and like cover it back up, you know? So yeah, definitely a tough time, low moment in my life. Taught me a lot though, so I can't look at it negatively.
Yeah, I mean, so that's usually the way it kind of works, man. Something catastrophic happens, and that's when you reflect on life and everything, and then decide which way you want to go.
Yeah.
What were you grinning at?
Huh?
What you smiling at?
No, I'm just listening to you going with it. Like, you know, sometimes you look back on stuff and it's supposed to be like a bad situation, but now I'm looking at like where I am now. It's like, damn, that was kind of dope. Because like, would I be sitting in this seat right now talking to you if that didn't happen? Probably not. You know, my life, the way that my path has went or my journey has been, I probably wouldn't be in Miami alone. So like me going through these things was like just testaments of my ultimate strength. And basically it just helped create me and build the person that I am now, brick by brick, excuse me.
And when that month that you were sitting in the hospital, I'm assuming you were down and all that, there's something must have changed and you must have turned somehow, because you are here now. What was that? Was that like a friend, family member, work, basketball? What kind of made you turn the corner and go, all right, like I'm out of here, I went through this whole shit? Because I can't imagine, like, exactly, like I've been active all my life, and if I just decide nothing, yo, and especially how old were you when that happened?
I was in my late 20s.
Yeah, so. And you're still relative to that late 20s, you're still young.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You have your the sense of who you are is very big when you're young, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's very difficult to just go, oh, hey, by the way, everything you've known all your life, we're just going to turn it off. You're just like, what? Like, I don't know what to do with myself.
Right.
You know, so I can't imagine how and on top of that, I'm assuming they were giving you a ton of drugs while you were in the hospital, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like it just exacerbates the problem. You're not eating, you're in there, blah, blah, blah. But what turned the corner there? What after that eight surgeries and all that, what changed it?
Honestly, like even coming out the hospital, I don't think I still came to grips that I was like sick. You know, it was like an extended injury until I got out. Getting out of the hospital, I'm supposed to be on bed rest for like another month.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was bad. I had a PICC line in my arm. Like they put a line in my arm and like attached to the main artery in my chest.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's how I got my IVs and stuff like that, because they had to move me around so much. So when I got out, I still had that PICC line. So nurses have to come to the house and like come clean it up and change it and show me how to do things, because eventually I was going to have to do it on my own.
Right.
That's what changed me. Because the first day out, I tried to go to the mall, act like I was a normal person. You know, and I went to the mall, I got so sick. Like literally, I got out the car, I crushed to the mall, I walked maybe 10 steps, and I started sweating profusely.
Wow.
That's the moment when I realized, okay, I
It's
gotta
serious.
change.
Yeah,
I am sick. Like I'm not normal. This isn't like the typical injury where you just fight through it and you gut it out and everything's gonna go back to normal. I have to make a change, and that's ultimately like what did it for me. So it's just like really being at my lowest is what made that change. Obviously, I had my mother there to like try to keep me in good graces, but honestly, I'm not the best listener. You know, like especially at that age, I'm gonna do what I want to do. You know, so it took for me to have that breakdown in a public setting for me to realize that I have to make a change.
Yeah. And that's when you decided to do it. What? You decided to shift gears off basketball? What was the change?
I tried to shift gears off basketball, but that didn't work out, obviously, because like that's my happy place. You know, like whenever I get frustrated or whatever, like I believe that men should have a place where they're able to get out aggression, because that's just how we're wired. Yeah. That's the one place I can be as aggressive as possible and get away with it. You understand what I'm saying? So my best friend, he was in the fitness industry. I wasn't. The same guy I was talking about, jump out the gym. You know, like he was a general manager at a club, and asked me to come up there. Why don't you come think about working here? And that's what really made it click, because now I'm around a bunch of healthy people. Everyone's around at this club. Everyone's healthy. Everybody's super fit. There's martial artists there. There's a lot of special ops people here up in DC. It's like right by the Pentagon. So you never know who's in there, Marines, whatever. But everyone's in great shape, and they're working hard, and they come in there with their food and sit down. And I've seen that, and that's the culture. You know, culture is everything, and just being around that's what helped me make the change. You know, it's more about health to me than anything.
Yeah, I went through the same kind of a similar like epiphany, and then I was young, and I remember I started chasing money.
Yeah.
And then I kind of like lost the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like there's that certain thing that where you're around people that make you better because they're on their own process of their discipline style of like getting up, training, eating well, the competition, ex-athletes or whatever it may be. And I went into the like, oh, this money, and then I forgot about fitness. And it's like I was making money in the fitness industry, but then I was just selling to sell.
Right.
I wasn't selling to for the goal of like, I wasn't building enough value to say, okay, this is what the cost is. Yeah, who cares what the cost is? It's really about like you getting better or you getting your goal or whatever the person was in front of me, or where instead of going that route, my mind frame was like, how much money can I extract out of this person to get them involved into the gym or into the service? And that's where I kind of made a ton of money, but then I kind of lost a little bit of taste for the fitness industry. And I just got a little lost because I went down the membership route. I was a GM at one point. You know, I was a PT manager, and it was just like money. But then all of a sudden I got lost where I was just selling like dollars. I would look at people and think dollars instead of thinking like, how is it that I could genuinely help you? And that's one of the reasons why I decided to go independent. I actually changed careers for a little while too, and that was the worst mistake ever when I changed careers because I just got out of the fitness industry and I had to circle back.
Right.
But yeah, I hear what you're saying, man. When you're around that culture, there's nothing like it. I mean, it's like where I'm at now. It's like the 2 or 3 of the guys there. I'm like, damn, like you're not good. You good.
Yeah.
Like you good at your job. You're not just good. Like, damn, I'm usually the guy in the room that's actually good. Like there's very, very few rooms when it comes to fitness where they're asking like technical questions and stuff like that, and I don't know the answer or at least know the general idea. And these cats that I'm working with now, like some of them is like, damn, I feel dumb next to you. Like you on another level.
Super intelligent.
Yeah, super intelligent and applicable stuff, which is kind of cool. You know, it's a little different. And I'm leveling up, which is fantastic. So that's kind of what happened with your boy at a spot in DC. You were working at some spot in DC, and that's what kind of like slowly shifted your whole mindset.
Yeah, once I got into fitness, I never left.
Nice.
Never left. You could have done anything. You know, skill wise, I'm educated. You know, but like it's all about passion and love for me. Once I got around like-minded people, and then people who are better, which you just mentioned, why would I leave that? You know, and then the dollars come with it.
Yeah.
You can't leave that. What people don't understand is that like dollars are going to come. You know, you can't really just think about the money. I know it's hard, but the most successful people are the people who bring value to other people's lives. And that's what we're able to do here in this industry. So if you think about it like that, and you put all of your energy into this craft, like the dollars are going to come. Yeah. You know, so that's why I like this industry. I love it. I live by it. It's a lifestyle for me. I still wake up like I'm in school. You get what I'm saying? I still train 2 times a day. The only difference is nobody has to tell me to do it.
Right.
Right. So I still live the same life that I did when I was in college, that I always wanted or I always dreamed of. I'm just not an MBA. You know. Right. So I'm in the same place you are. I love being around people like you, know things that I don't know, because everybody has their own niche, just like everybody has their own role on the team. Yeah. You know, I don't know combat sports like you do. Right. You get what I'm saying? I'm the sports performance enhancement guy. I'm jumping over boxes. You get what I'm saying? So when it's time to start talking about hips and stuff like that, I ask you. Yeah. You know, so you can't beat that. You can't beat this type of culture.
Yeah. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you liked that clip. And if you'd like to see another clip, please go here. Or if you'd like to watch the full episode, you can also go here.